So at this point, now we can go ahead and start creating the intersection curves. So I click my upper, the side, and the inner side surface of my dial, click Go, and then I click on each surface that defines, for example, that 2mm gap. And you notice if you have clicked the surface that the edge becomes dotted, and also where the surface intersects with the dial, you see those green lines with the dots on it, the intersection curves. Okay, so when we have this one done, we can, for example, now go ahead and go to the trim tool. But before I'm going to save, go to trim. I'm going to select my top surface first, and I click on this part, click on this part, click on this part, and click on this part, click keep, and you notice there's a hole. So what's the reason for that? Well, it's actually very simple. You see, there is actually a surface edge. So what I have to do instead is to also click on this surface. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 surfaces actually I would like to keep. In reverse, I could of course click maybe the spaces in between those gaps and say discard. See, this works. Now let's go to this surface and say this one, this one, this one, and this one, and keep. And there again, there is this issue. So I have to select this one as well, keep. Let's take a look at the other views. And that's all correct. Okay, good. So then I can go ahead with the outer one. And just to make sure, I just click on those surfaces to make sure that everything is really selected and say keep. Let's take a look. Yep, everything is there. And then with Shift Select and selecting then the different surfaces and an additional click, I can mark the different rectangles and then place a trim point. So again, Shift and click an object, then click to mark what you would like to, in our case, keep. Shift select the last object, click and mark the trim mark, and then click keep. And no, yeah, we have a perfect trimmed dial. There it is.